flex. Now, as the autumn approaches, many of us are facing a return to a physical office after months of remote working. We've got some top tips now for returners, and I'm delighted to be joined by Dr. Daniel Rogers, Head of Education at Tangent, Trinity's Ideas Workspace. And on Reignite 1, we featured some of the amazing startup stories coming out of Tangent. You're very welcome to Reignite, Daniel. Daniel, can I begin by asking you, the whole idea of returning to work or education after a long break, it can feel so daunting for so many of us.
Hi, Annie. Thanks for having me on. Yes, absolutely. The thought of returning after a period away can be daunting. And part of the reason for this is that the employment landscape is ever changing, and people take breaks for different reasons. So we can have this fear of being out of touch or being left behind in some way, and this can impact our confidence, and it can make the idea of returning to work seem somewhat intimidating. However, these challenges, they can be overcome. You can take control of your professional life by reevaluating your career ambition and deciding what you really want for the next stage of your life. And I suppose there's a number of ways in which we can go about doing this. Firstly, it's really important to value the skills that you've gained during your career break. And so many people tend to underestimate this. So really owning that gap, potentially on the CV, and weaving a narrative that ties it all together. So really important, don't underestimate the skills or the experiences that you've acquired during your time away, irrespective of the reason that you've taken a step back. Many people, for example, get involved in volunteering. Many people develop valuable transferable skills such as collaboration, teamworking and leadership, which are all favourable attributes for any prospective employer. So it's really great to consider these in that context and to value them and to communicate the value of them when you're looking to return to work. Also, education, part-time education and upskilling is an excellent way to really to build your support network, to bring your skills up to speed and to help you transition back to the workplace.
It's great advice, because I think a lot of people fret about, I can't have a gap on the CV, but you're really demonstrating there you can turn that into a positive. Just finally and briefly, Daniel, it sounds like in all of that, as we reach these different career inflection points, that we should really embrace always be learning, stay curious, make sure that you're always trying to upskill and just be fresh out in the workplace.
Absolutely. I mean, there's great perspective that you can get from taking a career break, and studying and learning and upskilling because of the ever-changing employment landscape is really essential. So courses such as the ones delivered by Tangent really ensure that participants get practical skills such as CV, interview preparation, even role-playing, engaging with prospective employers to really build back that level of experience. So when you're applying for a job, you're really feeling ready and really feeling engaged.
Great advice. Okay, well, listen, Daniel, thank you so much for joining us with all of that great advice.